Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for stopping by again. This is Weapon XI2 over at the Save Point, and we've got a really mind-blowing, I think, Let's review to do today. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me to do, as far as showing you what I think you would need to know in order to get the most out of this review and really out of the game. But anyway, as you saw, the game we're going to be reviewing today is Spec Ops: The Line, and I was actually going to put this off doing a review, but with Call of Duty Ghosts coming out today, I think it's really important for me to release this review today, because if you're not going to get the game, you didn't pre-order it, you just don't have the money for it yet, but you can get out to maybe probably GameStop has got it for really cheap, or if you can get to some sort of game rental place and rent this game. I think it's a really important game to play to kind of change your frame of mind when it comes to playing first-person shooters. But that's a little bit of an intro, so I'm doing this review now. But let's just get into it. Okay, first thing you should know is that Spec Ops is a really old series, predating PlayStation. I think it was like I'm really not sure what it was before it got to PlayStation, but then it got to PlayStation, and around 2002 was the last time a Spec Ops game came out, and then finally the game developer Jaeger, which I don't think has made anything up to date, decided to take the reins and produce this game, which is a really excellent game, and I wish, man, there's just so much to talk about as far as this game goes, but we'll just have to have a look-see. It really wasn't a commercial success, and this may actually even be the first time that you're even hearing of it, as I hadn't heard of it myself before seeing it on Zero Punctuation with Yahtzee, and I usually hate, doing a review of the game, and I've seen a review of that game already before, but I just had to do one. So I'll try not to get into too many of the details of the game, and I'll try not to repeat anything that's already been said. I mean, the game is a huge critical success, if not a commercial one. So I'll just try to give you what you'll need to decide whether or not you want to play the game. And I suggest you do so. Really, I can't overstate how good this game is. If not for its story alone, it's just...
Can't shake this guy, Walker!
Hit the brakes and keep her steady!
You out of your mind?
Trust me! Got him!
Wasn't the last of them!
I see him!
So this is the first thing that we're going to talk about is and combat. It's really not unlike anything that you would play in first-person shooters. I mean, it purposefully plays as your typical first-person shooter. Even so, it took a bit outdated a bit
Is John Conrad the greatest man I ever served with? Well, I don't know. There was this one time in Kabul when he dragged my bleeding carcass half a mile to an evac chopper. So maybe I'm biased. But the facts don't lie. The man's a fucking hero. Remember when the first storms hit Dubai? You're probably all safe and sound at home watching TV. Well, Conrad was leading the damn 33rd out of Afghanistan. Instead of coming home, he volunteered his entire battalion to help with the evac. Yet all you did was send a check. Rumor is Conrad was ordered to abandon the city. He defied that order, and the 33rd stood with him. Now, the official story's still hazy about what happened next. All we know for sure is that the storms got worse. Much worse. Last thing we heard out of Dubai was that Conrad was leading a caravan of survivors out of the city. That was 6 months ago. Then, 2 weeks ago, we picked up this transmission.
This is Colonel John Conrad, United States Army. Evacuation of Dubai ended in complete failure. Death toll, too many.
Hey, Cap! Captain Walker!
What is it, Lugo?
Got a situation, sir.
Mission critical?
No, sir.
Then take it up the chain, Sergeant.
Roger that. Lieutenant Adams.
I hear you, Sergeant. What's your status?
Status is chafed, sir.
You say chafe, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. A local airborne insurgency has infiltrated the U.S. zone designated as my pants. Sir.
Shut up, jackass.
Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Yep. It's still dead.
Yet to be seen, Sergeant.
You got a lock on that transmission?
Yes, sir. About 800 yards away.
And we're 800 yards away from seeing who's more full of shit. You or Intel?
Wow. If I wasn't a hardened killing machine, that might have hurt.
All right, remember, this place has been designated a no man's land, which means we're not supposed to be here, so let's do this by the books, okay?
Roger, Dodger.
Alright, so, as we were saying before,
Okay, grab some cover.
controls are pretty much what you would expect from any FPS first-person shooter. Nothing really new. It's somewhat customizable, which is good, because the controls can be a little bit weird and counterintuitive, so you can change them somewhat. But even the fact that the controls...
Now check your sights. Any movement?
Act
Good.
really weird lends toward the story and the gameplay, and that's something we'll talk more about later. But all in all, the gameplay is regular. It can be a little bit more overwhelming.
What happens in Dubai stays in Dubai.
Than
Come on,
most.
let's just
But,
find a way down.
You got it.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of challenge as far as that's concerned. The enemies spawn with some pretty decent health, so you know they're not just gonna go down.
So this is what's left of the damn 33rd.
Command thinks otherwise. We wouldn't be here.
One little feature it has is that when you
got some rope over here.
when
Let's
you
put it to use.
do a headshot, it kind of slows the camera down a little bit so you can enjoy it.
That's enough, Lugo.
We're just keeping it light, boss.
Yeah, I don't need light. Need you focused on the mission.
What mission? We're basically poking a dead dog with a stick.
We have our orders. Locate survivors, leave the city immediately. Radio command from outside the storm wall. We send in the cavalry, we go home.
Hey, did you guys hear that? You fucking with us? I am hurt that you'd even ask.
Ain't nobody here, man.
Sounds like the transmission.
Could've sworn I heard somebody.
Come on, let's just get this over with.
Hey! Anyone out there?
One of the things
Doctor
that
says
I
what?
have to be
Leave it alone. No one's out
about
there.
Then what the fuck are we doing here?
Is it's
Hugo's got a point.
pushing the button and
Are
not
you
holding
taking
it
his
to
side now?
to sprint.
When he's right, he's right.
United States Army.
Hey,
A lot of
Command wants
times
us to
you'll
look
end up,
around, we look around.
Just running
I don't know.
headlong
Sounds like a
undercover.
waste of 3 stone-cold, ruggedly handsome Delta operators such as ourselves.
Think of it as a paid vacation.
Well, for future reference, I prefer my beaches with a 3-to-1 sexy lady dead body ratio.
Lugo, do you ever actually hear the shit coming out of your mouth?
No, I do not, sir. I find it messes with my rhythm.
This is Colonel John Conrad, United States Army.
You know, it does feel like we're being watched.
Evacuation of Dubai ended in complete failure.
Well, this looks like the place.
The convoy stalled, trapped in the storm.
Yep, this is what we're looking for.
Clipped out of Dubai.
Whatever it is.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a distress beacon, but it ain't military. Someone built this out of spare parts.
Any idea who?
No, not a fucking clue.
Damn it. Walker, you better come see this.
Oh, fuck.
That's putting it lightly.
Body looks fresh.
It is. Even worse, he's 33rd.
Who did this?
Probably the same people been ghosting us.
It doesn't answer the question.
Don't worry. I think we're about to find out. My name is Captain Martin Walker. We're looking for survivors.
Why? So you can kill us too?
You speak Farsi? Maybe we can understand each other better. Agarin Torim harf bezanim.
Good call, Lugo.
This could go south
ما
real
قاتل
fast, Walker.
نیستیم. سرباز
shit.
آمریکایی هستیم.
Any
اینجا
ideas?
هستیم که کمکتون
See that
کنیم.
bus over there?
نه
filled
تنها
with
نفرای
sand.
خراب دوزی
Push
میکنن
comes to
اما
shove, shoot
یادمار
out the windows.
میکشن.
Might give us an
The
advantage.
damned? Hey, یعنی the damned 33rd? سربازای دیگه چی؟
Kill them!
Take him out! Everyone move!
Who the fuck are these guys? They're refugees. Survivors of the storm. That's good, right? We should radio command. Give them the news. Be my guest. I'm sure they'll stop shooting so you can make a phone call.
Gentlemen, let's talk before shooting! Reloading! Cover me!
One of the things about this game is that you actually have to
Target neutralized!
use it, otherwise it's going to create, even with the auto assistance a little bit.
On your left. More coming over the dune.
That's the
Cover me, I
thing.
gotta
Also
move.
to realize that there are very few things in this game that aren't.
Empty that bus!
On it. Got it. Moving to clear. Target down.
So you can command
Come on.
your 2 guys that are with you to do specialized actions. The lieutenant
Keep moving, out the back.
does flash grenades, and as you will see,
Grenade.
Hugo,
Take cover.
Sergeant, is
Where's he
a
hiding?
range
Billboard across the way. Give me the word and I'll take him out.
Lugo, take him out.
Yes, sir. Here I go.
Now, while that function seems pretty cool, it's actually usually pretty
On top of that bus! Take him
Enemy
down!
in
for
sight.
yourself. So that doesn't
Got one!
consider any of the things.
Got one. Another group coming out of that cargo container.
But they are pretty effective as far as AI companions are concerned. So, you know, can't really complain too much. As you can see, the enemies are pretty robust too. They don't die
That's for that
as quickly
cargo
as
box.
you're used to. and that adds to a little bit more immersion as far as they're about as tough as you are, and it seems more fair.
Thought we were rescuing people. The hell was that?
Now, where this game
I'm picking up a
really
distress call.
shines is its
Patch it
story.
through.
I mean,
33rd Dispatch, this is Alpha Patrol. We're under attack. Repeat, the insurgents have us surrounded. Request immediate assistance. Shit! March them down! We need backup!
Lugo, distance.
About 100 yards away.
Let's move.
Contact!
one of the things that this game tries to do is lull you into, your typical
We need to take out that 50 cal!
mindset. And that's exactly
down. Fight that turret and take it out.
it plays this. But you'll start to notice
He's
as you play
shielded.
the
We
game.
can't hit him. You gotta flank him.
Enemy down!
You know,
On the shack. 12 o'clock.
Damn it, I'm out.
one of the things about trying to do a review at the same time as you play can be a little bit
Enemy
difficult.
on the move.
I think if I can keep the right pace and all that shit. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think.
Get one.
Threat eliminated!
Got your 6. Go, go, go.
This way.
But yeah, I think I was saying something, or about to say something about the amount of ammo in the game. It definitely, is a very low ammo game, which is why I went for a lot of the precise kind of headshots with my pistol. Because you find yourself, especially using automatic weapons, running out very quickly.
This is Alpha Patrol. Requesting immediate assistance. Is anyone out there?
But like I said, so the game
Alpha,
starts
if you can
off
hear me,
very
we're approaching your
run-of-the-mill.
position.
And it, like I said, it tries to, lull you into that
Are you
sense
hurt?
of, okay, this
Is anyone
your
else with
regular
you?
kind of first-person shooter. But as you play the game, you start to really get a sense that things aren't as normal
Okay, stay cool.
as you think.
We're almost there.
And while I'm not going to show too much of the gameplay because this game
What
is
do we got?
full of twists
Our
and
guys
turns,
are pinned down in the fuselage.
you'll get to see maybe a little bit of
Might want to equip silencers.
Good call. Hostile down.
Target eliminated.
Keep moving. Keep a low profile. Silence him. Do what I can. Sleep tight. Put him down.
Got it. Taking them out quietly.
Down and out.
Target down.
Snipe that hostile.
On the wing.
Behind us!
Got the target.
Target neutralized! Reloading!
Look out. Watch it. Shock gunner coming in.
Cover me! I'm on the move!
Cover me. Move it. Oh, shit. We got more coming from the rear of the plane.
They're moving! Take the cover!
Jesus fuck. Watch your aim. Tango down.
I can't move! I can't fucking move! Cover my head! Reloading!
On the move.
Got one!
Look. Hey, over here.
Stop that!
Keep your head on a swivel. They could be anywhere.
In the doorway! Target down! Shit, man! We're taking some heavy fire here! Got you covered! Now move!
On our way! Hang tight!
Adios!
I can't push you! Getting the fuck out of here! Cover me!
I see him moving! Hostile in the open! Yeah!
Hostile down!
On the move!
Stand back! I've killed him!
Shit! Got a hostage situation.
All right, calm down and let him go.
Don't come any closer!
Tango down! I'm reloading!
You're gonna have to talk fast, boss. He's fading.
We're here to help. Just stay with me, all right?
Forgive me. They took McPherson. You gotta find him.
We will, but I need you to tell me where they took him.
They took him to the nest.
Nest, all right, good. And what about Conrad? Is he still alive? God damn it. Lugo, mark the bodies on tack. Adams, check outside for tracks. I want to know what the hell is going on in this city.
Got multiple tracks headed north.
Then we follow him.
Now,
Not
notably
to argue,
about the
but this ain't
game,
exactly within our mission
and as he's
parameters.
actually saying right here,
Yeah, well, our mission went from recon to rescue the minute we found U.S. soldiers butchered.
see, he had orders and he decided,
Fucking orders.
you know, your character
Orders
decides
ain't worth following if it means leaving people to die, Lugo.
to change, you know, his orders and what he's supposed to do. And that's
Conrad's
really
still
where
alive.
the game starts
I
to
think he is.
find its
I
stride.
know he'd agree
and,
with me.
Man, there's
Tracks
so
end
many
here.
things about the game.
Guess
I
this
wish
is the nest.
I
Yeah,
could tell
it's
you,
quaint.
but
Very post-apocalyptic.
Just don't get cocky. Remember, these guys already took out 4 soldiers and kidnapped another.
it's one of those types of games where you really got to pay attention to it, and you know, just every little thing matters. So since it's pissing me off that I can't tell you more about the story, I'm just gonna move straight on over to gameplay. But I will say this one thing about the story. There's one point in time in the game where I, for the first time in my life, just
Careful, they got a lookout.
contemplated putting the game down, not finishing it, not because it wasn't a good game or because it wasn't engaging, but because it was just like, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this. So, you know, I just say that without saying too much. But I'm glad that I did finish it. Because, I mean, even with that twist, and once you get there, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's even bigger ones to be had. So, gameplay.
Below, on the walkway. Put him down.
Gameplay is often determined by the story, which is usually why I like to talk about the gameplay after I talk about the story. Because in games like, if it's a stealth game, the story's usually about, you know, somebody who was falsely accused of something, or someone who's infiltrating, or, you know, if you've got a really big, kind of well-known hero, or somebody really powerful, they tend to have over-the-top action. So, I mean, this game is definitely the embodiment of that, where you got these two guys Adams and Lugo.
They know we're here now.
They're not just, side dressing. They are a part of the story, and it's also represented in the way that you command them and how they respond.
Lots of them. Looks like someone's stocking up for winter.
To
Should grab
what
we
you
can
do.
carry. No point wasting them.
And what you say. They will always be as engaged in everything that they do as no matter what portion of the game that you're in. So, it's, another very impressive part of the game. As you can see, the game is really fast-paced, which, like I said earlier, the enemies can be a little bit overwhelming and really beefy, unless you're really good with the accuracy of your weapons. But that's really good. It creates a really fast pace, and this game is incredibly fast-paced. I think it's one of the reasons why it feels so short. Although it's got 15 chapters, it really feels like, so much less than that because you're consistently moving and experiencing things.
That turret's gonna rip us in half! We got grenades, let's use them!
And importantly, it doesn't really let you consider what it is you're doing for too long at any point in time in the game, and that becomes increasingly important as you proceed.
Shit, these guys are lighting up!
Even at one point in time, it asks you to remember why you started playing the game or why you're there in the first place. It's incredibly clever game.
Hey! You guys hear music?
Who cares? Just shut up and keep fighting!
That couldn't have come at a better time because I'm actually about to start talking about the video and the sound.
Here I go!
As you can see, the video is pretty good. It's not up to par with your AAA, but it's only a little bit
Threat eliminated!
behind it. One thing that I like is the attention to detail they give when it comes to your character saying things, his mouth moves whenever he's talking. And that's another thing that you want to pay attention to as you play through the game. But you can tell that the people who made the game loved the game, and they didn't have a big budget, but they used everything that they could in order to try to make it a better game.
Hostile closing!
The voice acting is beyond incredible. I think the guy who did the voice acting won some for it. Because, even as the game goes through his increase in tension and desperation, he enacts wonderfully, and the supporting cast as well. The fact that they got this guy, like you said earlier, is that music? There's this DJ, this crazy guy who you'll get to know more, who basically plays a soundtrack for you as the game goes on. So it's kind of cool how they put that into the overarching story as well.
Where the hell is that coming from? It's the speakers. Built from scratch. It's like that beacon we found.
As you can see, the game is, aside from its incredibly mediocre kind of run-of-the-mill play, its story and its gameplay and how it all interacts with each other is incredible. It's incredibly slick, and
It's just in. An unwarranted assault on the 33rd today means, you guessed it, an end to the ceasefire. All insurgents wishing to surrender, please report to your nearest outpost for processing. We now return to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Here we go.
Let me go on record and say this shit just got weird.
you don't know the half of it, buddy.
This is out of control.
You do
Not
not
only do they
know the
got
half
people
of it.
here, they got a fucking DJ. We need the radio command ASAP.
No, not yet. Conrad and the 33rd need our help, and this soldier can lead us straight to him. Once we know the 33rd is safe, we'll radio for evac.
So as you can see, the game is incredibly slick, and it's just a great experience to be had. I can't help but to feel like I need a long shower after I play this game. It really asks you a lot of questions. It asks you,
target neutralized! Shit, man, we're taking some heavy fire here!
But it also asks you, about the type of camera person you are.
Reloading! Cover me!
As you're playing. And, ask you to be a little bit more responsible with who you are, about who you are, about the choices that you make, and about the fact that you're taking these guys out and that you're enjoying it. It's just
target down.
So anyway, that brings us to our last part, which is my prognosis. Obviously, I've been raining positive criticism on this game almost since the moment that I started reviewing it. So you should know I think it's well worth renting at least. It should be pretty cheap.
Changing position.
At
Keep me covered.
a GameStop, and if you've got you got the capital to spend on buying it, but I mean it's a pretty short feeling game.
Got one.
So if you can rent it from somewhere, do. But if you can't,
shotgun headed our way.
the experience is definitely worth a buy. And I do suggest buying it before you play your next favorite first-person shooter. It's the kind of game that it changes your view of yourself and and what you're doing. So definitely go out there and get it. Wish there was some suitable way to end this Let's review, because I'm not exactly sure how far into the stage I am, but I'll just
Where the hell did they go? That was too easy, boys. Heads up.
Roger that.
give you a little bit more gameplay, and if anything pops up, I'll let you know until it comes to its logical conclusion. And until the next review, thanks for stopping by. And if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. If you've got any comments, how I can make my reviews and my reviews and stuff like that videos better,